imagine this, right? 10 minutes a day, just playing a wee ukulele for 10 minutes a day. So at the end of the week, that'd be 70 minutes. Now, at the end of the month, that would be a lot more than 70 minutes, wouldn't it? Now, before you know it, you'll be able to play a tune on the ukulele. What about that? Now, what if you spent 10 minutes a day just reading a book? So you pick a book, any book you want, you put your timer on, 10 minutes, you might get a full page, you might get 2 pages. Before you know it, you might get 3 pages. And then the timer goes and that'll do it, you've done that for a day. How's about that then? That's a very good idea. Now, what about this? What if you say I'll do 10 minutes a day just stretching, doing some stretching like yoga, Pilates and all that? You could do that. That would be a very good thing to do, wouldn't it? 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. So you just pick something you want to do to improve yourself and you say, I will spend 10 minutes a day doing an exercise. What about that? I do some squats for 10 minutes. Not all at one time, I just spend 10 minutes and within that 10 minutes, I'll do an exercise. What about that? Now, you know that reminds me of a story. You wait to hear this story. This is a very good, fantastic story about someone who was a woodcutter or a lumberjack. Yeah. So there was this old man in Scotland and he would be out all day in the forest chopping down the tree and then chopping up the wood to make different things for people. Sometimes it would be firewood. Sometimes it was a nice big bit of wood you could make a beautiful wee table from. What about that? A nice table or a door. Just like that. Now one day, this young man came and he says, you know, I can chop more trees down than you can chop in a day and I will bet you £10. It was an awful lot of money in those days, you see. £10 was an awful lot. You could buy a house with £10 in them days. So the wee woodcutter man thought, the old man, he thought to himself, he says, well, okay, because I know something that the young guy doesn't know. We'll take that bet, he says, I will bet you, fine, £10 that I will beat you. So all the villagers all got together and all the people in the other village came and all the people in the other village paid and everybody put on a bet who would win. So the young man says, it'll be like this. We will start at 8 o'clock in the morning and we'll finish at 6 o'clock at night and we'll see who cuts down the most trees. How's about that for a very good idea? Now, the old guy says, well, that's fine by me. I will go over there to the right and you can go over there to the left and you could cut your trees. I'll go over there and cut my trees. So he says, okay. So the next day came and all the villagers gathered round, all the people gathered round, everybody was so excited. They brought their sandwiches and a wee cup of tea so they could spend all day watching and see who done the most cutting down of the trees. So the big man stood in the middle and he blew a whistle. So the young guy started chop, chop, chop and the old guy started chop, chop, chop and the time was going on and then at 10 to 9, now remember, they only started chopping the trees at 8 o'clock, but at 10 to 9, the young guy hears, the old boy stops chopping, he can't hear anything. And he thinks, oh, he's tired. The old guy's tired now, he's only went for 50 minutes and he's tired already. So the young boy keeps chopping, 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 chopping down at the trees. And it goes on and on. And then, right, at 10 minutes to 10, the old man stops chopping again. He said, well, wait a minute. He stopped again. He stopped chopping that tree. I'm just keep going. I've not stopped chopping this tree, says the young man. I've been chopping since 8 o'clock. He stopped at 10 to 9. Then he started chopping again at 9 o'clock. And I just kept going. And now here we are. It's 10 minutes to 10. He stopped chopping again. But I'm chopping my tree down. Chop, chop, chop. So he keeps going, the young man. He's so strong. He just keeps chopping away and chopping away. Then at 10 o'clock, he hears the old man start to chop again. Chop, chop, chop. Oh, says the young man, I'm 20 minutes ahead here. 20 minutes ahead. I will keep going. Then what do you think happens? 10 minutes to 11. And the old boy stops chopping again. And the young guy thinks, well, he's not chopping again. This is the third time he stopped. Oh, I'm going to be so rich. I'm going to win £10. So he's chopping away, chopping away, chopping away. Oh, how strong I am. He's waving to people and chopping away and chopping away. Then at 11 o'clock, the old boy starts chopping again. So the young man's thinking, you know what, he must be getting awful tired. He goes for 50 minutes, then he has to stop. Then what do you think happens? 10 minutes to 12, the old man stops chopping again. He stopped chopping and said, oh, what's going on over there, says the young man. Well, I will keep chopping away, chopping away, chopping away. Now, every hour the same thing happens. 10 minutes before the hour, 10 minutes before 1, 10 minutes before 2, 10 minutes before 3, 10 minutes before 4, 10 minutes before 5, and 10 minutes before 6. The old man stops chopping. Oh, says the young man. Yes, it was definitely oh. He says, I'm well ahead of him. I've not stopped from 8 o'clock. I worked the whole way through. I never stopped chopping. He stopped every 50 minutes. He stops for 10 minutes. So I am well ahead. Come 6 o'clock, the man who was organising all blew the whistle. Time, stop. Let's see who cut down the most trees. And what do you think would happen? What do you think happened? Well, the young guy was very, very happy over the moon because he's not stopped chopping and the old boy's been stopping. He stopped at 10 to 9, 10 to 10, 10 to 11, 10 to 12, and another 6 hours. 10 times he stopped for 10 minutes. So they count all the chopped trees down with the young man. And they say to the young man, look at that. You've done fantastic. You have chopped down there 30 trees. Well done. And that's a fantastic job. And the young boy's going, and all the crowd are clapping. Whoa. And they turned to the old man and said, how's the old man doing? He says, well, oh, the old man's chopped down 40 trees. 40 trees, says the young man. How could he chop down 10 more trees than I did? Yet he stopped all the time. He says something, he's cheating. Everybody come here. Oh, the crowd are going, what happened there, what happened there? So the old man came and he says, well, he looked at the young man and he says, what did you hear? At 10 to the hour, 10 to 9, at 10 to 10, at 10 to 11, at 10 to 12. What else is it, young man? I'll tell you what I heard this is. You stopped chopping and I didn't. So I was still chopping when you weren't, so therefore you can't have chopped down more trees than I chopped down. Oh, says the old man. Oh yeah, he said so as well. But when I stopped, I was sharpening my axe. Oh, says everyone. He was sharpening his axe. So therefore, his axe that he was chopping the trees down with was much more sharper than the young man. Because the young man forgot something. What did he forget? Sometimes you just have to stop and improve your situation, even if it's only for 10 minutes each day. Sharpen your axe.